Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the quarterfinals of the Dubai Sevens, and this one, an absolutely massive contest, South Africa versus New Zealand. We've seen some close games between these two sides in the past, and I have a feeling this one will be no different. Looking through at the starting lineups for the Blitzboks, I should say, they are going to be as follows. Number 1, Christy Hrobala. Number 3, Impisa. And number 4, Zane Davids, the three big forwards for the Blitzboks that often bring that physicality, being able to push the ball forward and put in the big hits along the way as well. Ricardo James Duarte, the quick stepper, who will be there at number 5. He also brings express pace, so any sort of gap that New Zealand leave in their defence, that man is going to run straight through it. Shilton Van Wyk, he is there at number 12 with Kuan Nokia at number 14, and Tristan Lades as the number 24. He has already found quite a bit of success throughout this competition, being able to score countless tries throughout the first 3 matches. For the All Black Sevens, it will be Ollie Matthias at number 4, Andrew Newstub and Joe Weber, also in the starting side. A lot of experience across the board for the All Black Sevens here. Lewis Ormond and Naroi McGarvey Black, then Cody Vai and Sione Molia, the other 2 men in the starting side. Now, something that New Zealand did extremely well up against the USA was use that experience to their advantage, but not as many tries coming in their next 2 games, so they will have to certainly gel early up against this Blitzboks team. We have got in the chat, we've got Tyrone is here, who has said, let's go Bok, and also Daniel is back in South Africa to win this game, 19 points to 12. And hi, Olin Hamish says, Robert V, that's a sharp shirt. Looks good on you. Says, Robert, appreciate it. It's pretty much the shirt that I had on at the cricket. We've come back now and we're ready to go for some sevens. And speaking of the sevens, currently a quarter-final taking place between Spain and Great Britain. And currently the Spanish, they are leading 12 points to 7 after scoring a try out wide. But the two benches for these two sides also stacked. We see Saviwe Sawyers Wapi off the bench for the Blitzboks. Sean Williams, who was a late injury change for Ronald Brown, and then for the New Zealanders, they've got Brady Rush, they've got Tony Nashu, Dylan Collier, all there ready to make that impact. But we are only around maybe 7 minutes away from the kickoff in this contest for the South Africans. They have already played 3 matches in this comp, the same as New Zealand. But for South Africa, just suffering that 1 defeat. That was up against the Kenyans, split by the 5 points. Their first match, they were able to get themselves the win. But then that second one up against the Kenyans, that will stay in the minds for a little bit of time. Of course, that was actually the final a long time ago. And I think it was the African Sevens, I want to say. We saw Kenya manage to get themselves a win, and that actually qualified them for the Olympics. But now they're back on the 7 circuit. They'll be raring to go. For this one, we have got, hi Hamish, did you watch yesterday, the end of the Sharks versus Stormers game? Stormers almost won it at the depth. But then it was a knock-on by Mani Libok, says Marta. So, yeah, that game went down to the wire. We saw Australia versus Ireland also right down to the wire as well. So it's been a great weekend in terms of close matches just at this stage. So hopefully this one between New Zealand and South Africa will be no different. How late does the game start? Says Daniel, it is starting in 7 minutes' time. So not too far away at all. Straight after that, we've got Fiji versus France, then followed by Argentina versus Australia. And go the All Blacks. Says Akash there. Yo, what's up? My prediction is South Africa to win 21-20. South Africa wins Dubai almost every year. Yeah, they've got a very impressive Dubai Sevens record, which is something that, of course, they will want to try and use to their advantage here. They know the conditions. It is currently extremely hot, but that can be said about South Africa at the moment as well. So I think it's going to be a great one. Cheslin Colby should be in the Blitzboks. See, here's Bruce there. I mean, that man is already a nominee for Rugby Player of the Year. So any sort of impact that he could bring to the Sevens, I think, would be absolutely huge for that man. South Africa 19 points to 12, says Daniel there, and only 6 likes. Come on, Rugby Rockers, hit that like button. Says Roof, I love your t-shirt, bro. Says Akash, thank you very much. But yeah, this game, in terms of what New Zealand have done up till this point, they have made many mistakes throughout their Dubai Sevens. They have lost 2 out of their 3 games, and they are currently on a 2-match losing streak. And I said it in the preview, you don't normally see a side who have lost 2 in a row going through to a quarterfinals, definitely with how short and pretty much brutal the Sevens can be. Sometimes just one loss can take you out of the running, but in this case for New Zealand, they've got a bit of a lifeline, but then that depends on what they do here because they're up against South Africa, a side that can score countless tries if given the chance. A beautiful pattern suits your mustache, Hamish, says Ruth. Thank you very much, Ruth. Greatly appreciated for that compliment. But 4.5 minutes away from the kickoff in this contest. Three big quarterfinals still to come. Currently, Spain, they have got themselves a 12 points to 7 lead up against Great Britain. And, I mean, they've already beaten New Zealand. That was one of the losses that the Kiwis had, but it wasn't even a close game. 26 points to 14, domination from the Spanish in that one. And then the other loss happening for New Zealand was up against the Fijians. And to be honest, like, there's nothing wrong with losing to Fiji. They are an outstanding side, and on any given day can be any given side, but sometimes they just take a little while to show up. In this case, they're currently 3 from 3, so they'll be pretty happy with what they've done up till this stage. I'm having coffee and bananas for breakfast, Hamish, says Ruth. You having bananas in your coffee or just on the side? Because that would be a very interesting combo. I don't think many people would have tried morning. All y'all, says Zenda. Of course, it is a morning start for you guys in South Africa for this match. We do see Great Britain just scoring a try with 2 minutes remaining in that fixture. And New Zealand got this. They have some powerhouse in the team. Is this live from Hamish's holiday? It is indeed, although I've already been told earlier on in the day, apparently I'm not on holiday. I'm just not at my house. And we have got the Bulls also beat Connor 28-14 yesterday. Says Daniel, the only game that I don't know of the URC sides in terms of South Africa was the Lions. I think they were playing at 8:35 a.m. New Zealand time, but I didn't get to see the result there. So if anyone knows, of course, do let me know. But Great Britain managing to get themselves the lead now by 2 points with 90 seconds remaining on the clock. But anyone who doesn't know, in terms of the starting lineups here for the Blitzboks, it is Christy, Grobelaar, Impivisa, and also Zane Davis. Now, Grobelaar coming off scoring 2 tries up against the French in the last game, including one which was in golden point time. In the backs, Ricardo James Duarte, who will be playing half, Shilton van Wyk, Kieran Nokia, and Tristan Lades there as the number 24. For the New Zealanders, Ollie Matthias, Andrew Newstub, and Joe Weber will be there in the starting side. Lewis Ormond alongside Narohi McGarvey Black, who's shown great experience throughout this Dubai Sevens competition already. The speed and the youth of Cody Vai, and then Sione Molia to close out the starting side. Lions 10, Munster 17. Also still a decent effort from the Lions in that regard. I still think they're a bit of a dark horse in this URC competition. It's just a banana, as is, with coffee on the side with lots of sugar and milk, says Ruth there. And Great Britain have scored. They are leading 14-12 to Spain. They certainly are. And 45 seconds remaining. Currently, Spain have got the ball. I think they're just saying there that the rain is beginning to fall, or at least continuing to fall. So that could actually impact the way that this quarterfinal goes between these two sides. Of course, no one likes that slippery ball situation in a game of sevens. You want to have as minimal scrums as possible. And I think that both of these teams, when they make their way onto the field, they will play at an extremely fast tempo. I think there've just been a last-minute mistake there from Spain that might just cost them the match. As ended, just a boring, normal South African banana. Fat and juicy, says Ruth. And the rain in Spain, says Sandor. Is that what they said, or is that because, of course, this one's taken place in Dubai? So it's a good wordplay, just wrong location. What's up, player? Fresh new cut, my dude, looking sharp. Says Tony, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Better than the Black Caps anyway. We were at that game today, and not ideal. They got beaten badly. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains, says Zenda. And come on, New Zealand, do something. The Black Caps didn't, says PSG. And Molly having a great game, though, says Akash. And flipping adverts just appear from nowhere. Intrude on my Hamish picture. No. And we have got their Mount New Zealand coming on. But do let me know, of course, your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Spain have just scored out wide, and they will move on to the semi-finals. They are a tough side this year, ladies and gents. They were close up against the Fijians. They were able to get themselves the win there up against New Zealand in the group stage. They've just beaten Great Britain, who are absolutely shocked that they haven't made their way through. But Spain, they're looking like the real deal at the moment. The rain in Spain falls mainly down the drain, says Bruce. It was terrible, gutted with the result. Hopefully they bounce back in the basin. Now, hopefully they just take some catches. That's the main thing. I mean, Brooke almost got gifted that double 100, the amount of times that they put him down. Here we go, says Daniel. Yep, both sides getting ready to run out onto the field now. New Zealand to win 21 points to 14, says PSG for the prediction there. But the excitement on the face of the Spanish players who will move through to the semi-finals. And I believe they do face the winner of this game. So it will either be Spain versus South Africa, or it will be Spain versus New Zealand for those semi-finals. Slippery ball and grass. Is going to be Skill holding on to the ball, just refunded. Cricket 24, Ashes 17 for the win, says Sandor there. I hope we can get a keeper who can bat, says PSG, and there as well. But this next semi-final, South Africa versus New Zealand, this is the type of game that I would love to watch 100 times over, and you can never expect the same result. These two sides have had some great back and forth, some one-sided affairs in the past as well, but that is the way that the Sevens world works. Sometimes it goes your way, other times it goes against you, but both sides just have to bring a huge amount of intensity into this matchup. Hopefully Spain versus South Africa, says Daniel there. And New Zealand always good 25-22 as prediction there from Roof. Just looking through very quickly at the lineups yet again. Christy Hrobla, Impivisa and Zane Davids. The big South African forwards, Ricardo James Duarte. Back in the side with Shilton van Wyk, Kua Nokia and Tristan Lades, who's already scored about 4 tries throughout this competition. For New Zealand is Ollie Matthias, Andrew Newstub and Joe Webber, Lewis Ormond and Narohi McGarvey Black with Cody Vai and Sione Molia as the last man. And the starting side, nothing against you personally, Hamish, but I hope our team beats yours, says Bruce. That's fair enough. Ricardo James Duarte getting ready to kick this one off for the South Africans, and we are underway between these two sides. Nicely taken to the back for Sione Molia. Offloads it up to Lewis Ormond. It's tackled well inside of New Zealand 22. Molia recycles quickly. Now New Zealand have a few speedsters to make their way off the bench, but in terms of their starting lineup, some great pace always shown from the youngster Cody Vai. Now off to the side, New Stub goes to Vai. To skip past, they are patient at the moment in their attack. New Zealand attacking from inside of their own 22. Sun just starting to peek through the clouds for half a second. Then it goes back to overcast. Hanging on to this one at the back of the breakdown, Sione Molia goes back to Cody Vai. New Zealand playing a dangerous game with this ball just out from their own 5-metre line, but now trying to break the line here. It's Joe Webber. He's already scored in the Dubai Sevens at this point. South Africa looks good for the win this weekend, says Similar, I should say, and that is going to be a penalty going the way of New Zealand. Now the quick tap taken, running forward up to the halfway line, passes out wide. Chance here for Webber, who tries to bust through, but he's tackled well by Ricardo James Duarte. Now Newstub goes back across to Cody Vai. Numbers on the right-hand side for New Zealand, but South Africa's scramble defence is normally extremely strong. Lewis Ormond breaks through, gets the offload up to Sione Molia, who almost gets through, but it's a loose ball. Now Roy McGarvey Black has knocked it on, and South Africa will now get position. Just a patient build-up there, not willing to go anything too risky, just making their tackles and now getting themselves position. No matter who wins, we can still be friends. Says Bruce, it will be a close game, but New Zealand all the way, Dubai title, going to come to the islands. Says Akashan, let's go, says Ruth there. South Africa have won their past 5 cup quarterfinals against New Zealand, is the stat that they've just shown on the screen, and they have gone from strength to strength, the Blitzboks. Every once in a while, they really find that rhythm. I feel like this one will be no different. But now ball inside of the South African 22, and they will look to boot this one downfield, a tactic we've seen many times from the Blitzboks. It rolls into touch, and now it is going to be the line out in favour of New Zealand. And let's go, says Roof, and Guru Roof says Zenda there as well. We know that there's going to be a lot of physicality between these two sides, and the fact that there are 3 games back-to-back, that has to be in the back of the minds of the players. You don't want to go out and empty your gas tank straight away, or else then you're going to be out on your feet. The next semi-final for these sides is taking place in less than 3 hours' time. So you really have a quick turnaround. That's going to be nicely stolen, or at least it was going to be by South Africa. The ball bounces up for Zane Davids. Massive mistake made by New Zealand, and it almost cost them a try. 10 metres out from the line, Ricardo James Duarte with a quick ball across to Hrobala. Scored 2 tries up against the French, looking for another one here. Counter-ruck coming from New Zealand. The ball out the back for the Blitzboks. Now Tristan Lades, when you talk about try scorers, he has got himself a fair few. Shilton van Wyk passes out wide, and Kua Nokia manages to score the try. 4 minutes still remaining in this first half. Kua Nokia gets himself the second try of the Dubai Sevens. And Zane Davids just managing to make the most of the era that New Zealand created for themselves. And then just 2 defenders getting dragged down, which was even more perfect for Shilton van Wyk to put the ball out wide. And Kua Nokia, when you put him that close to the try line, he is not going to come up short. And a great start to the match here for the South Africans. And that kick has gone over as well. Now making the score 7-0 in favour of the Blitzboks. They have tons of work to do here at the barn in Wellington, but this is too exciting. Of course, there's going to be plenty more action taking place for these two sides later on. Even the side that is defeated will be in action once again. But now looking to pass this one off to the left-hand side. Cody Vi gets it away out wide for New Zealand, who really didn't make a huge amount of metres in their attack up until they got it out to the man on this left-hand side. Now to come back across. Naroi Makabi Black. One more pass into the middle of the field. 14 metres out. Great run from Molia. They're going to be only a few metres out from the South African 22. Cody Vi shifts it off to the left-hand side. Once again, trying to find that gap. Now, Roy McGarvey Black, beautiful sell at a dummy, and then got the pass away, but it rolls into touch. And once again, another mistake made by New Zealand. Jake Paul sucks. Jake Paul rigs his must lose, says Levi there, and stupid mistakes are costly, says Rube. Definitely in a game of sevens. You've only got 7 minutes to make the most of your chances. They've just got there. New Zealand become the first team in the Seven Series history to play 200 Cup quarterfinal matches, which is just an insane number. The fact that before that, they've had to play at least 3 other games. Now, they've got to be close to the 1,000 matches here for New Zealand, if not actually much more, because there's been times that they haven't made it to the quarterfinals. Not a straight throw from South Africa. New Zealand cleaning up. Naroi McGarvey Black with a pass round the back. Great quick hands from New Zealand, but they have not scored as of yet. South Africa defending beautifully and being able to drag them down. Christy Hrubala trying to stop him 2 metres out. Naroi McGarvey Black round the side, and that'll be the try back now for New Zealand to get them back to level. YOLO says, rock my balls. What a name that is. Good morning, Hamish. You look cool. Looks like you're in Hawaii with that shirt, says Brian. At fast pace, can New Zealand fumbling now? Oh, come on, people, says Ruth. This one currently, it's very close. As we always knew it was going to be. When these two sides go head-to-head, they know exactly how to push each other and bring the best out of each other as well. And that's going to be put down by Naroi McGarvey Black, the experience. It's me, Hamish, says rock my balls. I think you've changed your name since the last time we've seen you. I don't remember a rock my balls. I think I would. But now, 18 minutes past 8 here in New Zealand. We've still got 2 more quarterfinals taking place straight after this. Hi, Hamish. Love the shirt. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Let's go to the Blitzboks, says Lilia B. And that's going to be a knock-on from New Zealand. Just a crucial era. Near the halftime break, Sione Molia, the man putting it down. Let's go, Black. You've got this. And rock my balls. Ula la funny. And New Zealand have nightmares when they see a green jersey, says Nully. And also stay hunky. Yeah, see, you used to be stay hunky. Now you've changed it to rock my balls. So, you know, it's certainly a different one and going to take a little while to get used to, like your casual shirt. No need for a tie for the Sevens games, says Hillary. It's also more so just the fact that we didn't bring the suit and tie on holiday. Ricardo James Duarte to feed this ball in. Currently 7-all. Would South Africa be willing to just boot this ball into touch and accept that? I highly doubt it. They will look for one last attack. They are on their own 22. Great step in the middle of the field from Shilton van Wyk. Got pure pace. Nice protection of the ball for the Blitzboks. Now firing it out wide with the cutout pass goes to Zane Davids. Will always make your meters when he's got ball in hands. Ricardo James Duarte now firing it back across here into the midfield for the South African. Shilton van Wyk goes for the kick in behind. He absolutely loves to do it. Cody Vi will get the bounce of the ball. Does he look to kick it into touch? No, he's going to look to keep on running it. Very risky from the All Black Sevens here. And a bit of a counter ruck coming as well from South Africa. Cody Vi just falls out. In fact, it's going to go New Zealand's way. A penalty in their favour. I think they were just going to keep that ball flying for as long as they could, South Africa, but New Zealand might be smarter. They take the tap, they kick it into touch. They know how draining of a day this will be. 3 matches back to back to back. Pretty much anyway. You don't get much of a break in the heat in Dubai. Where's Ronnie B? Says Samila. So, Samila, I don't know why I'm struggling with your name so much. It is a relatively easy one, isn't it? Blitzboks going to take it all day and all. And we have got there run it maybe over the advantage line. But yeah, pretty much with Ronald Brown sadly injured right at the last minute. So that's where we saw Sean Williams come into the side. So just that last minute change for the Blitzboks. And this one Blitzboks team to beat in Dubai, Kia Kaha, New Zealand, Hurry Man. Says Blues Nate, and good afternoon, Hamish. Says Blues Nate, welcome in. I hope you're excited for the upcoming matches. We are going to be doing the other two quarterfinals as well as the quarters. Well, sorry, that is the quarters. We're going to be doing the semis and the final on the channel all throughout the evening. So if you guys are new, of course, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But now we are eagerly awaiting the second half of this contest. I think it's going to be extremely close, just like the first. And I think at this point in time, one little mistake will be the difference maker between a win and a loss here for these two teams. So certainly one to keep an eye on, whether someone drops the ball or does something silly, throws a wonky pass. That could be the difference between making it to the semis and missing out. Nice to see your casual look, says Dragon. And which team, two teams going to play next in the quarters. So the next game is actually Fiji versus France. So a pretty entertaining game at that. That one will be kicking off at around 8:30 p.m. New Zealand time. So in about 9 minutes is when that one will be starting. And Dan can't wait for next year. Bot coming for that Auckland record, says similar there. And Fiji and France says Zafan. And then it's also followed by the next game after that, which will be taking place between the Argentines and Australia. And then it's the last one. We've already seen the Spanish going through. What are your thoughts on Spain this season? I think that they've started off in intense fashion. Like they have come out firing. They've beaten New Zealand. They've beaten Great Britain. They pushed the Fijians. They look like a real threat for the Seventh Circuit. And all I can say is it's absolutely awesome to see because they've shown glimpses of it recently over the last couple of years, but it's consistency that Spain has lacked. So hopefully they can find that throughout the rest of the leagues. Let's go, Kiwi, says Defunka. They are about to kick this one off. And apparently Ronnie B has a hamstring strain and is not in Dubai, says Zenda. So yeah, that is where we saw Sean Williams coming in nicely claimed by New Zealand, but then knocking the ball on. So they did all the hard work of keeping possession just to then throw it all away. South Africa winning the comp, says Drizzy Goat. You Springbok fans are so full of yourself. When you have a successful period in World Rugby, the Springboks will be levelled again, says John Harris. And watching over the ocean, says similar there. And South Africa winning the comp. And Go Fiji Go, says Sakiasi. And of course, we are going to be covering that game just around the corner between Fiji and the French. But for now, this one between these two sides, Ricardo James Duarte feeds the scrum. South Africa find themselves about 22 metres out from their try line. And Alshid van Wyk with the inside ball going back across there. Oh, nice step in the middle. And that is an absolutely lethal one from Ricardo James Duarte, but New Zealand getting in the breakdown, almost getting the turnover, but now South Africa will snipe to the short side. Tristan Lades gets the offload away. Great pace being shown by Kua Nokia. They will struggle to catch him, and that is another try coming for South Africa with a very important kick still to come for the Blitzboks. Come on, New Zealand, push it over, run it. Go, Fiji, go, says Mohammed there. And anyone's game, says Hillary. And in a game like that, that could go either way. That is the perfect start to the half for these South Africans. But Kiwanoki, as soon as he started sprinting, he was always going to be a hard man to catch. It was a decent effort from New Zealand, but just coming up short. Tough kick from the sideline. It's coming round, and it's just missed away to the left-hand side. So the score currently 12 points to 7 with only 5 minutes to go. Fiji will win in Dubai, says Sakiasi. And Howard says Faisal in there. And Go Fiji Go, says Mohammed. And Go Samoa, says Laufili. Yeah, massive shame that Samoa got relegated in the 7 side of things. Just because it's the first time that one's going to go into touch. Christy Robela, he is shouting about it, but that ball bounced in the field of play. In other words, he should have been able to clean it up rather than yelling at the man kicking it. But now, it's going to be a chance here at line-out time for New Zealand. Guys, don't jinx it, says Zenda. And let's go, boys. Nokia is fast. Come on, New Zealand, catch up. And we want to watch live, says Zaya Hull. It depends on where you are in the world. For us here in New Zealand, it's on Sky Sport. I believe Stan Sport have it in Australia. Also, the HSBC Sevens. Some places, I believe, they have these games as well. Love you, bro, says Justin. Do appreciate you being here yet again. But now Andrew Newstub with the line-out throw, taking about 25 seconds to throw it in New Zealand, managing to claim it nicely. Good hands from Tony Nashu, who has made his way off the bench. Inside ball from New Zealand. They're just struggling to break that Blitzboks defence, but now they have got numbers to their side. Good break and run forward up to the halfway line. Looking off to the left-hand side. Mollier goes across to the left here. Good pace shown in the back line. New stub with the pass to Cody Vi. When you talk about pace, that man's got plenty of it. Puts in the fin, finds the offload. And Rohi McGarvey Black gets his second of the contest. And that will be an easy kick as well here for New Zealand. Bowden Barrett to take this. Oh, sorry, Blitzboks to take this rather than Bowden Barrett. 17-7. What are you watching on? I'm watching on Sky Sport now here in New Zealand, but it's on Sky Sport 1 terms of the channel. Out of the All Blacks women's do, bro, they managed to get themselves to win over Ireland in their quarterfinals, so moving on to the semi, playing a little bit later on as well. But Roy McGarvey Black using up as much time as he could. And now to get the lead here for New Zealand, straight out in front, and the kick is successful, but this one still could go either way. New Zealand currently with the 2-point lead. South Africa, they often fire straight back, though, when their opposition score. They do not stay behind for long. Can they do it here? They are pretty successful when it comes to the Dubai Sevens, that is for sure. We have got the Blitzboks to win 17 points to 14. Also, you're saying Blitzboks to get maybe that last-minute try. Could be on the cards. 3 minutes remaining, and nicely claimed there by DeWalt Human, who ate the grass pretty heavily on his way down from being lifted. Now short ball across to Sifiwe Suez-Wapi. Hugely experienced, the most experienced out of any Blitzbok out there on the field. Penalty goes against New Zealand to the breakdown, against Brady Rush that time. And now the Blitzboks taking the quick tap, running hard. Ricardo James Duarte gets the pass away now. Donovan Don puts it on the outside to Sifiwe Suez-Wapi. Now one more pass, open space, and chance to score in the corner. And it's going to be the try for South Africa. This will take us into the advantage for the South Africans. Donovan Don, the man who manages to score it. And that is his third in the competition now. And it's come at a crucial time. Good response from the Kiwi, says Ruth. Do you guys know what he is watching it on? I'm watching it on Sky Sport 1 here in New Zealand. But great run out wide from Donovan Don to be able to score it, pinning the ears back. This kick could be crucial. At the end of the day, New Zealand, they will, of course, want to get themselves another try, and that one has missed from South Africa, which means if New Zealand just score a try in the last 100 seconds, they will take the lead back rather than being at a tie. They go deep there with the kick. Nicely taken from Tony Nashu. Tries to step in. He is shut down straight away by Zane Davids. New Zealand protecting the ball well. Sione Molia going to the short side. That is some fantastic pace shown by Naroi McGarvey Black, and he has gone round the outside. Thought about making it easier, but he didn't need to. In fact, my apologies. It's not even Naroi McGarvey Black. I think it was the youngster. Yes, it was. Maka manages to score the try. Just pulls straight through Brits and manages to score it right in the closing moment. Still time, though, on the clock. How much time is there left? There is less than a minute at the moment, but New Zealand are now in the lead. Nice, Hamish. Beautiful commentary, Hamish. Says Blues, Nate, thank you very much. Let's go New Zealand, says Jaden. And that kick has missed for New Zealand, which now brings the Blitzboks back into the game. If they are able to get themselves even just a penalty and get it over, they would win. But 30 seconds left. I can see New Zealand kicking this one deep. In fact, no, they've gone short. Oh, and a big shot coming in from Dylan Collier. South Africa on their own 22 with 22 seconds remaining. They have to find another try. DeWalt Human. Great pace, but a brilliant ankle tap made by Naroi McGarvey Black. At the moment, he is the man of the match for the New Zealand side. Inside ball now, though. The game is not won yet. Sifiwe Suez-Wapi tackle well. Brits breaks through one tackle. Two-man tackle made on him, though. In off his feet from Tony Nashu. And they take the quick tap now. South Africa with Oh, the rough pass. It's going to be loose. Picked up by New Zealand. Collier, they're looking to score. All they have to do is put this ball into touch. And they've given away the advantage there. South Africa, New Zealand have decided they want one more try. This seems extremely risky, but they will win this game with a try in the corner. And the South Africans knocked out of the Dubai Sevens. That is something you do not see every day. But 2 tries for Maka, the youngster. And these are his first 2 tries of the whole competition. Damn it, says Daniel there. Do the ABs have a nightmare with green jerseys? Nah, says John. And come on the Blitzboks, says Lilia B. But great finish in the corner. Wasn't really necessary. Could have been bad if he injured himself. But New Zealand have got themselves the win, scoring that last-minute try. And now move on to the semi-finals. The kick is unsuccessful, so that will make the score 24 points to 17. But we are now moving on to the next game. The Blitzboks will still be in action yet again, ladies and gents. They will be playing in only a few hours' time, and we will be covering that game on the channel as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Next live stream will be Fiji versus France, and it is starting up right now.